All right. Thanks for checking out my channel, One Step Closer. My name is Adam, and I've discovered something that I think is going to help you have an amazing night's sleep. Check it out. So my wife wanted to get a blanket for our bed, and I was actually opposed to this idea because a couple months back, I actually bought a comforter for our bed that was awesome. I mean, it was a great shade of black. I thought it looked really cool, it fit with the decor. And then I came home from work one day and found it in the garbage. And my wife had bought her own comforter that was a little more frilly, a little more girly, and had it on the bed. So when she came to me with this idea, naturally I was against it. But she convinced me. She was like, no. This is actually really cool. I've discovered something that's gonna help us get a great night's sleep. It's a weighted blanket. My wife can be pretty persuasive when she wants to be. So weighted blankets are pretty much what they sound like. They're normal blankets, they're comfortable, but they're heavier than what you would expect. And so I started doing some research and found out that there's actually a lot of potential benefit that you can get from a weighted blanket. I mean, they're supposed to help with anxiety. These blankets help calm people with sensory perception disorders, ADHD, OCD. They're supposed to help with a whole host of other things like autism, PTSD, people with insomnia, people with restless leg syndrome, which actually I have, so I was interested in this. It sounds like a joke. It sounds totally made up, but restless leg syndrome is actually a thing. I developed it randomly a couple of years back. And what it basically is, it's a nerve disorder where you just feel compelled to twitch your legs or to move your legs. It sounds like not really a big deal, but at 3 in the morning when you're trying to sleep and you're sitting there kicking, it's frustrating. And I've tried a bunch of different things. I've tried medications, I've tried walking before bed, I've tried working out, I've tried all these different things and nothing has seemed to work. So with a weighted blanket potentially helping that, I was interested. I figured, what the heck? Let's try it out. All right. So this is our blanket here. It's a little on the heavy side, but here it is. So this blanket is 25 pounds, and I'll actually put a link in the description below if you're interested. It comes in a variety of weights, and it comes in a variety of colors. So I'll put the link to the exact one that we have. So they have a range of weights. I've seen from 15 pounds up to 30 pounds. That's kind of the common range, but they also have some really light ones. Our daughter is 5.5 years old, and we got one for her that was 5 pounds. People ask a lot, is it safe for kids to have a weighted blanket? She uses it, she likes it. By the way, our mailman definitely gave us some dirty looks. It folds down pretty small, but it's surprisingly heavy for a little package. So how does it work? Well, let's take a look. So this is my bedroom, and it looks like a loft because it is. My family and I live in a tiny house that we built ourselves, and I'll do a video on that sometime. But for now, I just wanted to show you that I've been sleeping with this blanket for about a month now, and I really like it. I've found that for me, heavier is actually better. So I sleep with it folded in half for extra weight, and I sleep really well with this on. Naturally, I wake up several times a night. But with this blanket, I don't wake up nearly as much. Sometimes just once a night I'll wake up, which is awesome. And I mentioned before that I have restless leg syndrome. This blanket doesn't take that away, but I have noticed a significant difference. The more weight is on my legs, the less I feel the urge to have to move them. So for me, it's been a huge blessing. My wife suffers from fibromyalgia, and she was hoping this blanket would help, but it actually wasn't that comfortable for her. So my wife suffers from fibromyalgia, which is a disorder characterized by widespread muscle pain and tenderness, and she was the one who actually wanted to get this blanket, so I was bummed that it wasn't that comfortable for her. It actually caused her some pain to have it on, so she doesn't use it anymore, which is a bummer. But I found that for me, it really helps my sleep, and it has been an amazing discovery that has changed my life. So sleeping with a weighted blanket makes you feel like you're in a cocoon or getting a bear hug from somebody. It's a really safe feeling and it's super comfortable. It's not a cure-all for everything sleep-related. It's not a silver bullet. But here's my challenge to you. Get a weighted blanket and try it out for a couple nights and compare those nights to how you slept before. I would be willing to bet that you have a better night's sleep with a weighted blanket than you have in a long time. If you've used a weighted blanket before or you tried one out, I'd love to hear your story. Share with me in the comments below. And thanks for checking out One Step Closer. My name is Adam, and I hope something on here inspires you to grow personally, mentally, or spiritually. Have a great week.